This is Dr. Kevin Christie with Health-Fit Chiropractic. Today I'm going to show you how to do a pre-run or pre-event warm-up. We don't want to do any static stretching prior to our running or cycling and swimming. So we like to give you a nice little warm-up to do right before you do it. The big key to it is to keep it simple and effective. So it's going to be a nice short warm-up that will probably take you 3 to 5 minutes to do it. I'm going to do it in a more expedited fashion just for this video. But ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to run through the running motion, which would be this. And the two key things with the running would be the leg motion and also your stance leg. And so the warm-up is going to take those two things into consideration. And what we're going to do is really just break it down into certain steps. And I'm going to do 8 hip flexions on this side, on the right side to start out. It doesn't really matter. But we'll do 8 of those. Okay? I'm not really keeping track there, but then what we're going to do is go to the next leg and do 8 there. So as I'm doing this right now, I'm activating the hip flexor on this side. I'm getting a little bit of mobility in the posterior aspect, and then my stance leg is all the muscles that stabilize are firing as well to try to stabilize that leg in one leg stance, which is a key part of running. The next one I'm going to do is leg straight. I'm just going to do some hip flexions with the leg straight. Again, I'm getting some hip flexor action going, getting a really good dynamic hamstring motion, and again everything's firing over here to stabilize. You want to try to make sure your pelvis is level when you do that, and then you would go and do the other side and do 8 to 10 repetitions of that as well and go through there. The next one I'm going to do from the, you'll see from the side, is just going to do some hamstring curl action there. We're going to get a dynamic flexibility of the quadriceps, and then we're going to get an activation of the hamstring. So we'll do that 8, and then we would do the other side as well and do 8 on this side. Again, everything's really firing on this stance leg too. I'm feeling that as I go, which is really waking everything up there, which will be key to your running. The next one we're going to do, again from the side, will be extensions. So I'm going to really try to focus on getting the glute contraction. I'm also going to be getting some dynamic mobility of the hip flexor, and I'm going to contract that glute as I go. Again, we'll do the other side, just like that. And then the next one we're going to do is actually just cycle through the whole motion just like that 8 times. Run through that. Good. And then we go again on that side. And by the time I get to the end of this, I know it's short and I'm kind of cutting through a little bit, but I'm feeling everything that I really need to in the lower body to get me going. On this side, my foot and ankle is really firing to try to stabilize. My hip is, and we're going. And I'm, working up a little bit of a sweat doing it. So it's a good little warm-up to do there. You can add other things to it. That's just the baseline, so it's easy to remember and it's very effective. If you want to add jumping jacks to it, you can do that. If you wanted to do some laterals, you could do that as well. If you felt like you wanted to do some skipping, some more walking type motion where you do a piriformis, if you have a piriformis issue, you can do that. And then really cradle the leg there. You could walk before you run to add to it, but as long as you have the basics as a warm-up, you'll really find that that'll help you prevent injuries and feel better in the early part of your run. So try that, give it a shot, see if you have any questions for us at all, and you can email us or contact us and we'll help you out if you have any questions. Again, try that for your next run and see what you think.